Last year, trade between Kenya and the European Union was worth 350 billion shillings, with Kenya exporting goods worth 210 billion shillings, while imports from EU stood at 140 billion shillings. However, this was a drop from the 380 billion shillings that the two trading partners sold to each other. Strict import requirements by the EU have been blamed for the declining business relations.
We are your biggest market of exports, and we want to make sure that that will be increased at the same time as we would like to see Kenyan products to become more value added, more value chains, more jobs, to make sure that our relation is more and more mutually fruitful.
The head of European Union delegation in Kenya, Stefan Dijak, has said the bloc is reviewing barriers that are hindering the growth of trade between the EU and Kenya, as outlined by a joint commission strategy that has been signed.
Obviously, we are going to have detailed discussions on the 4 areas that I mentioned and what type of programs that we are going to implement, the specific programs that we are going to implement, and what amount of resources will go to those specific programs. They could be grants or they could be concessional loans, and that will follow.
In a bid to enhance relations, the EU has committed to fund projects under the Big Four agenda to the tune of 490 billion shillings spread over 5 years.
The ball is in the East African community's court to address. Our dialogue today can only be a strengthening element in showing that we are working ever closer together to make sure that all the benefits that the Economic Partnership Agreement provide for will come to Kenyans, producers and traders.
The funds will also go towards funding projects that will help Kenya realize the 17 Sustainable Development Goals as outlined by the United Nations.